Hello, viewers. Hope you all are doing fine. Today was a fantastic day because the Zack Snyder version of the Justice League got released today in HBO Max, and we all got to see it in different platforms based on which part of the world you are in. For us in India, we got to watch it in Book My Show stream. Anyway, so I'll just be doing a quick review of the movie, the Snyder Cut version of the Justice League movie, and I'll tell you like what I liked about the movie and then what I did not like about the movie. Okay, so first itself, I tell you it's actually like 10 to 20 times better than what we actually saw in the Whedon cut, Joss Whedon cut that we actually got to see in the theaters. And I really wish this movie was also released in theaters, but unfortunately, it just came out in OTT. But it's fine. We got to live with what we get. So anyway, first of all, this Snyder cut, it makes like complete sense. The entire story it gels well. The screenplay is very neat and it's very clean. Like you actually know that okay, this is how each scene has to go, and in order to make sense properly, like one scene after the other, it's like pieced properly so that you get a whole story. Like it's not like in bits and pieces that like what we saw in the Joss Whedon cut. This one is like more, it's more proper and it's more put together like in a neat way. The BGM was good. Actually, a lot of extra work has been done, I guess, like because in the first movie we got like certain scenes and then it worked well. But then I do really miss Hans Zimmer's music in this one. But this one also worked well. But they had this Amazon kind of a music in between whenever like Wonder Woman starts fighting. That was a little bit irritating because if they play it like once or twice during important scenes, that is fine. But they kind of like overdid it because every time Wonder Woman started fighting this old vintage kind of Amazon music, some old women screaming, that kind of music started playing. That was a bit irritating. But otherwise, for Aquaman, for Batman scenes, for especially for this fellow Superman scenes and all, it was like terrific. I really loved Superman's BGMs. It was actually kind of a remix of what Hans Zimmer had already done in Man of Steel. It was good. I really appreciate the music. The only negative part was that Amazon kind of a music. Coming to characters, I actually feel Flash and Cyborg actually got a lot more, screen space this time, and especially Cyborg. This fellow, in this version, he's got some justice because we never got to see much of him in the original Justice League movie that came out in 2017. But in this one, we got to witness his backstory and his portion of acting and all. It was like really good. He does have a lot of talent, man. He does deserve to be given more movies. He can do well, and I'm glad like he actually got his version like come out in this kind of a movie. And I really appreciate the fact that Zack Snyder like believed in him and gave him a huge part in this movie, and like he's going to do really well. I know for that for sure. And thank God they removed that "Do You Bleed" scene from this one because it was actually a callback to Batman vs Superman, but then it turned out to be like making fun of Batman because he gets his ass kicked by Superman, then he falls down and he says, "Yup, something is definitely bleeding." Oh God, everybody hated that bloody scene. Thank God it got removed. And the in the first one also, Arthur Curry, I heard you talk. I heard you can speak to fish. That dialogue also got removed. Thank God. I'm happy about that. But that but actually that wasn't it. I still don't know why like Batman is like smiling most of the times. I haven't seen Batman like this before, not even in cartoons. Like, I don't. And in the comics also, he's supposed to be a brooding dark kind of a person. I don't know why they made Ben Affleck like smile or make small jokes and all. It really didn't fit as much because I prefer him. I prefer Ben Affleck in the Batman vs Superman kind of Batman Bruce Wayne role. In the Justice League, I thought it was like Whedon's fault making Batman look like he's a normal, or at least I didn't want to say it, but then I have to give you a reference. He tried to make him like Tony Stark, like okay, this guy also has a funny side. He can take a joke, he can make a joke also. I didn't really like that part, but then I thought Joss Whedon did it, but then it came out in the Snyder cut also, so it didn't work out for me. Another thing that I liked a lot was the fact that we had like insane action scenes in this movie, like be it the one in which Darkseid comes down to Earth in like in the past, and he had to fight the humans and all the guys who protected the Earth. Even that scene, and the one in which this fellow Steppenwolf, he comes and attacks the Amazons and the sisters of Themyscira, no? And that action scene was really good. The underwater action scene for Jason Momoa, this fellow Aquaman and Steppenwolf, and you know the best action sequence which gave me goosebumps was Superman, bro. Like Superman, he just nailed it. Yeah, I really love the fact that Superman got the best scenes in this movie. He comes for a very short time, but then the dark black suit Superman thing, it really worked out really well. Man, he wasn't like, he's not that good guy anymore. He has that a little bit of vengeance in him, and he's angry. And I'm actually kind of liking this kind of a Superman more than the I'm good all the time kind of a Superman. That guy's kind of boring. I prefer this fellow better. It really works for him, man. That's trust me, the scenes between uh, Superman and Steppenwolf, I really got goosebumps. The way he fights Steppenwolf and all, as if it's not a big deal at all for him. It really shows that Superman has no limits. He can really take on Darkseid like head to head. I'm actually pretty excited. You can actually hear it from the way I speak itself. I'm not going to edit any of these out. I'm just going to give you uh, the raw audio that I'm actually recording from my phone itself. So bear with me and forgive me if you don't like it anyway. But then I am going to speak it out. Apart from Superman, I really loved Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot is just perfect as Wonder Woman. Trust me. I don't care if you don't agree with me, but Gal Gadot is the perfect choice for Wonder Woman. She even looks like a queen, man. So I really don't know who else would have been perfect for this role. She her scenes were like so good and empowering, to watch on the screen. I can actually feel like, oh my god, she's actually damn powerful. She can equally be as good as Superman. But again, yeah, I missed Hans Zimmer's music. It was a kind of a remix kind of a thing, but then I really preferred Hans Zimmer's music. I kind of missed it in this one. But it really worked. I'm not gonna say it didn't work at all. I kind of missed it, that's my thing. But it worked in the end. It was okay. It wasn't like unbearable and all. And Aquaman was great as usual. Jason Momoa is like the perfect choice for this role. He's a badass in real life also, and he's making Aquaman look like a badass anyway. So no comments against him. Ezra Miller as Flash was like completely funny, and he was like the much needed kind of a little bit of humor that you need in a dark and gritty movie. Special mention to Jeremy Irons as Alfred. I really love that guy. I love Jeremy Irons as an actor. He's really good at what he does. I've seen him in other movies. You just have to see his other movies like Aragon, The Merchant of Venice, and etc. He's like really good at what he does, and I hope that he comes in further movies along with Ben Affleck also. And Amber Heard was also good, and the guy who acted as Doctor Silas Stone was really good. He's an established actor. He comes in Terminator and all. I just don't remember his name, and he comes in Doctor House MD. It's a series. He comes in one particular episode, and he's a really good actor. And I love the fact the casting was really good. I really don't have any problems with that. And you know that Jared Leto also comes here in this movie, and I'm glad and I hope he proves himself to you guys, because I really love Jared Leto as an actor, and to me he was a great choice as Joker. But in the Suicide Squad movie, he wasn't really given like much of screen time. Let's see. Let's hope that he comes in another movie from DC Comics. He is kind of getting a lot of hate, but he doesn't deserve that much hate. He- See, just because there were other Jokers who've done really good in the past, it's unfair that he is getting so much of hate. He's a really good actor and he can prove himself. You just have to wait. You'll see. You'll see in the if there is any upcoming movie with him as the Joker, you'll get to see him. You'll probably get to see his version becoming like, okay, fine, this guy can act. This guy is the Joker. That's really good. Okay, so these were the positives. Now I have to talk about some of the negatives that I faced. See, first of all, they kind of released it in a 4:3 aspect ratio. I don't know. I think it's IMAX aspect ratio or something, but it's not releasing there. Then they just should have released it in 16:9 for laptops and TV screens. I don't know why they did it in the 4:3 ratio. That is one. And the other thing is, I didn't feel they gave that much importance to Batman here. He kind of looked weak. Yeah, there was nothing, and it's okay. Like fine. Yeah, at some point everyone has to be shown weak, so it's okay. In order to like empower the other guy, you have to show the other person as a weaker or a vulnerable being. I say this because Batman is is my favorite character in DC Comics. He is the kind of, in my opinion, is one of the biggest assets DC Comics have, and it's unfair to show Batman in such a bad way. It's not fair. Batman is supposed to have a huge ego, and he's not supposed to be smiling all the time. I don't know why they made Ben Affleck smile so much. And there was one cringe scene in which he accidentally touches Gal Gadot. Seriously, I don't want all this in a superhero movie. This is not rom-com Marvel movie kind of thing. This is DC, man. Come on, there's a particular set of standards that DC follows. Anyway, things are done, and we can't do much about it anyway. No, it is what it is. Then another like most common negative is it was kind of too dark. I mean, not like metaphorically, like literally too dark. I couldn't like find the right colors here and there. It was a bit difficult to understand certain colors. I wish it were a little bit more, just a little bit more colorful to watch, like at least Man of Steel kind of levels. But I think we just have to get used to it. Aquaman and Shazam and all had like much better tones to it, like color wise, color palette wise. It was easier to watch. In this one, we had to like I had to strain my eyes to watch, like to pay attention to detail and stuff. And the last biggest negative that I am having in my mind right now is the fact that Zack, or I don't know if it's the officials from Warner Brothers did this. I don't know why they had to release so many promos for this. Like I literally got to know everything that was in this movie even before this movie came out. Dark Side, Joker, Jared Leto being in this movie, Black Suit Superman. Fine, Black Suit Superman serves as a like teaser that you have to, okay, this is what you can expect. But then so many cameos, man. Deathstroke, Dark Side. Like, these could have, like, even if you are showing Dark Side, you could have just hidden the fact that Jared Leto is in this movie. It would have like served as a goosebumps moment. You get to see another guy. I don't want to say his name, but then he was a CG character. I didn't really connect that much as I would have to the Joker being shown in this movie. But it's okay. It happened. But I really wish that in the forthcoming like movies from Zack Snyder or from Warner Brothers, I really hope that they don't show so many promos. Even in Batman vs Superman, they showed Doomsday, they showed Wonder Woman, they showed everything that was happening in the movie. Like even the warehouse fight scene that came in Batman vs Superman. Oh my god, that was the best thing to ever happen in that movie, and they showed it as a final trailer itself. I really don't know what's happening with these guys. It would have been awesome if they just didn't show so many spoilers as trailers itself. Because when you're coming to watch a movie, you expect, okay, that is going to be something more than these things from the trailers itself. But then you end up getting so less in the actual movie. That is not nice. I really hope they understand and they kind of will change all these kind of things that they've been doing in the past. So to sum it up, I really enjoyed, like I really wished this movie had come out in the first place instead of Eden's, but things happen, but really it's out of our hands. And even Zack Snyder didn't have to leave the movie in the middle, because he just left because of his daughter, and it wasn't in his hands also. I can understand that he was depressed, so things had to happen, things had to take this road. And I'm glad the fans supported him so much, and they made this movie happen, and he gave it to us, and he gave everything. He added so many things after the reshoots, and you know what, he gave us like what we wanted to see in a Justice League movie. So I'm happy that these things happened, and despite there were being so many drawbacks, I'm glad this movie had happened, and I wish the Snyderverse gets restored, and I wish we get like proper full-fledged DC movies, like with a proper plan and proper execution, like releasing it on the said dates. Like if they say that they are going to release a Batman movie in December 2022, I really hope they release it in December 2022, because in the past they haven't been doing that. I really wish they could do it in the future. That's it. So let's hope for the best. I'm glad this movie came out, and it came out because of the fans, and I hope the fans make the future of the Snyderverse, the future of DC Universe possible. Let's hope for the best. Let's do him a favor and spread the hashtag restore the Snyderverse in Instagram, Twitter, wherever you see, so that he gets another chance, so that we get to see more of his ideas come to form. Okay, so that's been it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.